It's a video response to 001 Just for Fun's video regarding her book review about the Satanic Bible. And I gotta say, you know what, I agree with you almost 100% on this. When I first read it, you know, when you think of the Bible, right, the Satanic Bible, you think of like some like leather-bound evil book, right, that's like, you know, a mammoth book like the Bible, you know, like the Holy Bible, you know, and you get it, and it's like, at best, I don't have it in front of me, but it's like, I'm guessing less than 300 pages, and half of it is those Enochian keys, Enochian keys, I don't know how to pronounce it either, but, and I was kind of disappointed too, because although the first half of the book I think is fucking excellent, and when I first read it, I immediately identified, that's kind of how I felt, you know, I just had never read anybody else's feelings on it too, but anyway, the first half of the book philosophically was fucking excellent, I think. The last half, when it starts going into ritual and magic, you know, for me, again, I'm still kind of a skeptic on it. It's not that I disbelieve in it, but I'm just really not interested. I'm not really interested in the magical or the ritualistic practices of, you know, early pagans or Satanists or whatever. I mean, I've done ritual before or whatever, but goddamn wind chimes. All right. All right. But yeah, I just it was, you know, when you think of the Satanic Bible, it has this, you know, this grandeur title. You think of something like, you know, again, like a leather clown book with a buckle, right? And when you open it, like dust flies off and like dragons and Merlin flies out and shit. But, and you know, you touched upon something about LaVey coming across as a little bit harsh, not actually defining what he considers to be the weak, you know, and he makes a lot of statements about might is right and about how the weak, you know, deserve to suffer and this and that, but he doesn't really go into definition of what the weak is, and he seems to lack compassion, and he was criticized heavily for this. You know, when the Satanic Bible came out, and he attempted to clarify this in some of his later writings, like Satan Speaks and The Devil's Notebook, which are equally, they're actually smaller books than that. He attempted to clarify what compassion is and love is, you know, as defined by him anyway, and what the weak is and whatnot. That was kind of a fault on his mistake. I don't think LaVey meant to come across as that brutal and straightforward and to lack that much of compassion, but I think that's just kind of how it worked out in the book. And anyway, that's another reason why I don't really consider myself a LaVeyan Satanist, is because I disagree with some of the tenets of might is right and some of his definitions of what is weak, you know, and stuff like that. So I kind of, in that sense, break off from LaVeyan Satanists because, you know, I mean, I consider myself a passionate individual, a moral individual. I try to, you know, I don't let people take advantage of me, but at the same time, you know, I don't spit on those that are less fortunate. And that's kind of how LaVey comes across in some of his early works. But in his later works, he attempts to clarify that point a little bit better.